Remember how that disastrous 2025 season ended with A.J. Brown dropping every single pass thrown to him? All right, to be fair, it wasn't good all the way around. We were losing our minds. We couldn't believe the offense we had been running all season. Things did not look good. We were worried about things like, oh, the salary cap, because the Eagles had no cap space. Yet we knew we were going to lose free agents. We knew we had holes we had to fill, like the offensive line and getting a number two cornerback, and we were thin at safety, and we needed an edge rusher. You know, we were going to lose N'Kobe Dean, which we did. Okay, we lost Jalen Phillips. That was one we were kind of all like, hey, you know what? We think we're gonna hold on to Jalen Phillips, which is a big deal. We need that. That's going to be important. We need that edge rusher. We don't need to trade for Max Crosby. Jalen Phillips actually had better looking statistics. He was younger. Yeah, that was the injury thing, but we liked what we saw in Philly. Jalen Phillips gone. Carolina Panthers paying him $30 million a year over 4 years. N'Kobe Dean, fan favorite beast at linebacker, gone, headed to the Raiders. And again, the money that these guys were getting, I get it, right? Like as fans, we're like, just make it happen, figure it out, get them. It doesn't matter. But then we got to step back and say sometimes, yeah, you know what? Look, Jalen Phillips was not worth $30 million a year to the Eagles. As much as it hurts us, because we still need that edge rusher. Reed Blankenship, gone. We were thin at safety with Reed Blankenship, gone. And again, hey man, I think Reed's Blankenship has probably played his best football. Not that he won't be solid for Carolina, but again, that contract not worth it for Reed Blankenship. Salary cap all used up. Yeah, come on, we're Philly fans. We expect to win, right? We want to win. We're hungry to win. This should be a champion city, but we also have a tendency to be like the sky is falling on everything. We had no salary cap room. Well, look at us now. Howie Roseman running rings around the rest of the NFL. Look at this, folks. Yeah, that is number six. Philadelphia Eagles, number six. Most cap space in the NFL. The Philadelphia Eagles at 38.98 million, just a tad over a million behind the 49ers at 40.13. And the Cardinals are at 41.72. Really, the only teams that have a gap over the Eagles are the Commanders, the Chargers, and the Titans. Absolutely wild when you think of where we were at the end of the regular season. We've got a whole new coaching staff on the offense, which is kind of exciting. A lot of guys, ex quarterbacks and so forth, surrounding Jalen Hurts, which is awesome. We just brought in Andy Dalton, a veteran, as a player. Okay, management knows, y'all. They get it. They might not have been saying it publicly, at least, but they get it. The offense, the problem was the coaching, not the players. Why? Because what 10 of 11 offensive players are still here? Most of the offensive coaching staff is not. By the way, those free agents that are gone, Eagles assigned four compensatory picks from the NFL. Third round, 98 overall. Fourth round, 137. Fifth round, 178. Sixth round, number 215 overall. We basically paid a little over $1 million for Jalen Phillips. And that was it for the 9 games, right? Because we got a draft pick back. We have 9 picks. Wait, wait, no, we traded the one we traded for Dalton, I think was next year. So I think we still have 9 picks in this year's draft, right? Absolutely wild. We've brought in at cornerback, brought in Reek Woolen. Guys, we might want to tone down the unsportsmanlike penalties, but I love the attitude. He jaws, he gets in your face. We want that kind of stuff in Philly. You know it, I know it, right? Johnny Munn at tight end, Jonathan Jones at cornerback. Arnold, I'm going to apologize because even though I've heard it, my tongue does not work with your name. You all know who I'm talking about, outside linebacker. If somebody can do it phonetically for me in the comments, so I'll always have that. I would appreciate it. I always want to say Abikate, but I'm not sure that's right. We got Hollywood Brown, of course. We just signed another tight end, Stone Smart from the Jets, who I'm thinking Brett Calcaterra is the one that has some competition in training camp. We just signed running back Damon Pierce, who had a great start to his career. He's still pretty young. I think 21 or 22 was his rookie year. He had like over 900 yards rushing his rookie year. He had a fantastic game against the Philadelphia Eagles. It's kind of been downhill for there, but as a running back three, that is an upgrade. Upgrade on Will Shipley. No offense to Will. Of course, speaking of tight ends, Dallas Goedert is back in the fold, who once again took a pay cut. This guy led the league in touchdowns for tight ends this year with 11, and he took a massive pay cut instead of going the free agency route to stay with the Philadelphia Eagles. We re-signed Jordan Davis, absolutely huge, which could also have an impact on signing Jalen Carter next season. I've just seen some video of Jalen Carter. He looks like he's already getting himself in shape for this next season. We know that was the one thing we always worried about with Jalen Carter. Um, Listen to this offense, folks. Jalen Hurts at QB. Wide receivers 1, 2, and 3, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Hollywood Brown. I think I have it here, right? That's the new Eagles wide receiver trio. Now, one thing, hopefully we'll see in the offense this year that we didn't see with Dotson. Dotson had some monster plays for the Philadelphia Eagles, man. I like that guy at the receiver. I wish he had gotten more opportunities. I chalk that up to, again, the poor offensive system and play calling that we had. Hopefully, Hollywood Brown with the new system, and I keep hearing people talk about the Shanahan stuff. Hollywood Brown should be able to fit in. Look, he's not a 1 or a 2 anymore, but he's a darn good receiver. I think he still had like over 500 yards receiving last year for the Chiefs. That is as good as a wide receiver trio as there is in the NFL. Running back, Saquon Barkley, Tank Bigsby. And oh yeah, did I just mention Damon Pierce for the three guys? Oh, and let's not forget this. Does anyone want to throw against this? Kenyon Mitchell, Tariq Woolen, and Cooper DeJean, our cornerbacks. Makuba, who we all know, I think the guy's going to be a stud. He had a lot of flashes and then, of course, had the injuries. That secondary, not a weakness anymore. Not a weakness anymore. Absolutely wild that we've got this going on. Um, and then like the coaching staff that I mentioned, right? We've got Jalen Hurts at quarterback. We've got Andy Dalton in there now as a backup. Tanner McKee as a backup. Sean Mannion as the OC. Gerard Johnson as an assistant. Parks Frazier as a QB coach. Josh Grizzard. Um, these are all guys that have QB experience, and they're all going to be surrounding Jalen Hurts, which is absolutely fantastic. Remember those picks that I mentioned? Okay, they can be used in trades, of course, but we can also draft players. 2021, the Eagles' first three picks: Devontae Smith, Landon Dickerson, Milton Williams. In 2022, Jordan Davis, Cam Jurgens, Nakobe Dean. 2023, Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, Tyler Steen, who, by the way, I think quietly, because he was a question, because, he was a replacement for Landon Dickerson, may have been the best offensive lineman that we had last year. Will he have competition in camp? I think he probably will, but I really like the way he played, which he got overlooked because of the struggles with the offense last year. In 2024, Kenyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Jalix Hunt. In 2025, Jahad Campbell, Andrew Makuba, and Ty Robinson. Dude, that is 3 for 3 in the first 3 rounds every single season from 2021, right? With 2 first-team All-Pro selections, 9 Pro Bowls. Howie is rocking this offseason, completely turned it around under the radar. Maybe I shouldn't say under the radar, but when we looked at where we were at the end of the season, we looked at all the holes that we had. We looked at the fact that we had no salary cap room. We looked at the fact that we were going to lose free agents. It wasn't looking good. It wasn't looking good. I want to apologize as one that, in the back of my mind was starting to think, Howie, I don't know, man. I think you might be losing it just a little bit. Anyway, all these changes to the roster. Let me know what y'all think about it in the comments below. Thanks for checking out the video. Do me a favor, smash the like button and subscribe. It helps out tremendously. I do appreciate it. I will talk to y'all later.